What kind of win was that last night?
Man, it was an amazing win. It was, a close game, the whole game, and it was a game where you really had to dig deep, and kind of, play hard and play through all the adversity, especially playing on the road. But we got the win, and it was a great game.
Just kind of getting used to this. Did this game and like the Michigan game give you an idea of what this Big Ten is like?
Yes, it does. These last two games have really opened my eyes to what's to come and how intense it is, and just kind of all the emotions that can be in one single game.
Coach talked about the intensity of huddles. Give me an insight from the players what that's like.
It's a crazy thing. You just have to make sure you keep a level head, and just make sure that whatever is said in the huddle, you translate to the game, and you just gotta make sure that you focused and have the right mindset going in and out of the huddle.
You're a role player on this team. Are you seeing that even if you can give them 8 or 9 good minutes, it can make the difference between winning and losing?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the way I see it is, anytime I get out there, no matter what it is, with points, rebounds, even just defense, I'm going to give it 100% effort, 120% effort, just whatever I can do for this team to help win, I'm going to do it, and that's my role.
How much fun
last night like for you on the bench for most of the game? Was it different, and how do you kind of navigate that?
I mean, it was a little different, but whatever comes, you have to make sure that you're happy for your teammates to win, and that's what I like when we started going up and we started starting to beat that team and our lead started to stretch. That's all I was focused on, which is we were winning, and I got to see Marty and Carson do their thing on the court, and that's all I remember was cheering for them and seeing how good they were doing and how happy we were on the bench.
So you've had a couple of pretty good games in a row going into that. How much does that help kind of keep a level head?
Yeah, we have a couple good games in a row, and it's a great thing to have. But at the same time, you have to make sure you don't get too comfortable. You don't get too relaxed. And every game, we're playing as if it's our toughest game yet. So I think that's the mentality you have to go through every game.
How about you individually? Because like I said, the Michigan game, your footwork was good defensively. When you go to the bench, how do you keep from being like an ego check? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, anytime you go to the bench, you just when you go to the bench, you have to make sure that you're happy and you're supporting your teammates. It's not all about you. I think that's the most important thing that every single person on this team has as a quality trait. It's not all about them. It's about the team. And when we win, it's proof that this team isn't just about one guy. It's about everybody.
How much of an adjustment is that for you? In high school, you're a go-to guy. You're playing all the time. How much have you had to adjust to this?
It's been a little bit of adjustment, but I mean, it's an incredible thing to be a part of this team and to really, get a sense to win at the Big Ten level, against some of these great teams that you've grown up watching. And it's been a little adjustment, but it's just motivation to, keep working harder and harder, off the court and on the court. So,
how much fun are you having? I mean, you played summer ball, these guys, and you're playing money ball, but this is a whole different animal, isn't it?
This is a whole other animal, and I am having a blast. I mean, it's a roller coaster of emotions, to be honest. Highest highs, lowest lows. I mean, it's against Michigan game, you're having so much fun, and in practice, you're at your toughest, battling each other. The competition is crazy, and in the games, the competition is also crazy, and it's just a roller coaster of emotions, to be honest.
What's the biggest difference between playing the Big Ten game and the away Big Ten game for you so far?
To be honest, I try to, eliminate some of those differences. I mean, some would say, the atmosphere, people rooting against you, but in my mind, it's more, you just have to focus in on the people on the bench. That's all the people I hear, all the coaches and all our teammates. Those are the, people that I listen to. And, that's, a big difference would be, the people rooting against you, and the crowds and all that stuff. But I say we don't really let that get to us a lot. But I'll say that that's the biggest difference.
When you look back at last night's film, what are some areas that you'd like to have done better? Some areas you're correcting yourself on?
Yeah, last night, I'm trying to improve defense. Try to, follow this style a little more. To the detail. Just be prepared and just kind of be ready. Just be ready to play. Last night, I made some mistakes here and there that I wish, I could have gone back and tried to, fix and improve. But that's the most important thing is just to move on to the next game.
The urgency of the details, is that one of the things you're learning as you go along?
For sure.
That was the case last night too, probably?
For sure.
What was it like seeing Carson go in there in a big moment for you guys and deliver the way he did? Because he was just telling us about how we've seen it. We don't know. We might see him at all. Might see him a couple minutes here or there. His role's always kind of TBD every night. For him to step in that moment, what was it like to see?
I was honestly so happy for him. He's been working so hard every single day, in and out of practice. In practice and then outside of practice, getting shots up, and he's worked so hard. And to see, him be on the court and be, a crucial, defensive factor for our team and offense, it was super happy. I was, on the bench just cheering for him, and he deserves all that credit. He was a big part of our win last night.
Where have you noticed the most growth from him from day one to now? Because again, we don't see him every game, or we see him for a little bit. You see him all the time. What do you think he's growing the most, sort of behind the scenes?
I say the thing he's been growth-wise is his mental strength. I think a lot of people, a lot of freshmen, may not be able to, handle the adjustment so quickly. But I think Carson's been doing an amazing job, keeping a steady head, with his role and whether, he comes in here and there. But I say, he's been playing a lot of physical. He's been getting a lot better offensively, and he's a great defensive player. And but I think the best thing he's been getting better at, is just kind of his mental, his mental strength, and his offensive game. Those are the things I think he's been doing really good at.
Cool.